Well, hello there.
Hi. Yo.
Welcome to another episode of the Tabletop Trio Podcast. I'm Bob.
I'm Joe.
I'm Bronson.
And we've got a fun show for you today. Over the weekend, we had such an awesome time at Saucetoberfest 2023. We're going to break all of that down. One of my all-time favorite video game franchises already announced that they're getting a TV show. We have a release date for that. I'm looking forward to it. And also, we're going to have one of those like aha moments where something just clicks in your hobbies, the things you enjoy doing. And we're gonna get into that one.
Exciting.
Oh yes. But first, I figured we'll start off with just we could not have had a better Saturday than this past weekend.
No, it was good.
I had a great time.
It was almost bad, and then it was great.
Yeah, there were a few times where the sky looked a little angry, but we survived Saucetoberfest 2023 at Lone Eagle Brewing in Flemington, New Jersey.
We did it.
We did a joint podcast, which is already up if
Look at
you
you.
are a podcast subscriber.
If you're a video, keep waiting. I have to edit it.
There is a lot. I think that episode wound up being like close to 2 hours.
It's more.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Which
We forgot to turn off the cameras while recording, so I have to scrub through all the footage.
Yay.
wait, no, I shut it.
Surprise!
Surprise. No, you didn't.
You did. Computer thought otherwise. Yeah,
Have fun sifting.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like 8 full hours of video.
I guess you just have to find the sections we're talking in.
That's the fun part. So it's a good time.
Oh no. But yeah, we had such an awesome time. It was us with Kyle and Tyler from the Full Slice podcast.
Yeah.
Did a little joint podcast episode, and
It was a good time.
that was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. Is the rain date, so it was the second date already, and then the morning it was raining, like just enough for it to be annoying.
It was a drizzle for shizzle.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and I was like, I don't know if a lot of people are gonna show up. I hope so. And then me and like everyone else was like, so it's like in a farm, Like, because that's where it normally, like, it's not going to be like, oh, so I got to get like good shoes to like get out
It's
through
gonna
like
be
mud
muddy,
and
Yeah, I wore boots.
sloshy.
yeah, and then when we get there, like I got there and I looked and I was like, where is it? They're like around back, the parking lot. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, no, it's
This-
just very neatly organized, large parking lot full
Yeah.
of tents.
It was
And
great.
this was the first year for Saucetoberfest at Lone Eagle.
Ah.
Previous years, it was at a farm and all that kind of stuff. But I would say, even for a rain date, even on a day with fairly questionable weather coming into it, the crowd was awesome.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
great.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
It was a great crowd.
so the sky opened up like right at go time. So it
Little
became
drizzle.
little drizzle
little
right at the
misty.
go, but then it became sunny.
Mhm.
It was just a gorgeous fall day, a little breezy, but cool.
Breezy.
It was
Mhm.
it was good. It was a lot of fun. There were a lot of people. People were dressing up in Halloween costumes and walking around.
My
people were
favorite costume was the couple. One was Chester Cheeto,
Yeah.
and the other was Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
That one was good. However, the dog in business casual
Yes.
with his tie and his Superman collar, just drooling around because he smelled everything good.
When
is
you
fantastic.
say dog, what you mean is cow
it
impersonator.
was a, it was
Yes.
a cow
because it was a huge Saint Bernard-esque breed. I
was
think
a
it
big
was
dog.
Saint Bernard.
It was the dog that was in the Sandlot, but fluffier,
I don't
It was a
even remember.
big floofy boy,
Yeah.
and
brown and white, just
I
like a
loved him.
cow.
I
It
loved
was
him.
great.
It was like you took one of those Highland cows,
Yeah.
like the big floofy cows, and
Yeah.
you just kind of like you grabbed each corner and just kind of minimized and scaled it down a little bit.
It was great.
That's basically what this dog was. It was so cute, but I love the fact that every hot sauce show we've been to, they have the different contests. They have the marshmallow from hell contest. They have the pizza contest. They
Don't
have
bring
the
it up.
wing contest. Oh, we'll get into that. Don't worry. We'll get into that. Everyone, and it's always different each time they go.
Yeah.
They try to change things around just a little bit to where, okay, you know what's going to happen.
Oh, they did.
You're going to light your mouth on fire and then later another part of your body on fire. But the fact that they can get like a whole bunch of people on to try and like join the competition and all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
that's really cool to me.
Crowd participation's good.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what the thing that I would always be worried about is like the crowd participation. Like how many people are going to come and really get in there to be like, yeah, this thing is really spicy. Want to eat 7?
So I got to ask a question, right? So we were stationed next to our friends in White House Sauce Company, right?
Mhm.
I left in like maybe the early third of the day because I had to go to a wedding because the rain date screwed my schedule up.
Mhm.
And I was supposed to buy a hat from John.
Yeah. Totally forgot.
Figured.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Everyone
All right.
forgot.
Every time we see him, I'm like, I got to get a hat because I got a hat from Spicy Shark. I got a hat from Hell's Kitchen. And I still have to get a hat from John. And he keeps saying, I've got him. This time he only had one left. And I left without taking it because I'm a fucking goon.
Yeah. That one's on you.
Yeah. But I did message the chat. And I was
we
like,
weren't-
yeah, well,
we weren't looking at any of
I
that.
can't blame you because I'd therefore then be blaming myself first. So in that scenario, it's no one's fault.
Yeah,
Right?
it just happens.
But yeah,
Or I guess it just happens.
but yeah, no, the crowd was great. There were so many vendors too.
Yeah.
And not just sauce companies.
I think that was a cool aspect of it. I think, it's one thing to be going to a hot sauce festival and it's going to be hot sauce and it's what you're there for and this and that. I think it was a cool concept for like, here's some hot sauces. There was a lady selling dog treats.
There was a leather worker.
There was a leather
He
worker.
sold rolling trays, like dice trays and dice pouches for D&D.
Yeah. Which that is so, like, that's something you don't expect to see at hot, like, you go in, oh, it's Saucetoberfest. You're going to get a whole bunch of hot sauce.
Yeah.
Wait, there's other vendors here?
Yeah, that was cool. They had wood, like the wood engravings and resin people. Everyone was there with like their stuff. Someone was selling macaroons. I don't know if it was for dogs or if those were human macaroons. I didn't quite catch it. If it
There were
was-
human macaroons and other sorts of cookies and a dog treat stand.
Okay, that happened to also have dog macaroon. Got it. So,
Yeah.
because that's where I was. I'm like, wait, which ones are the ones we eat? And then like right next to us, which was a blessing and a curse,
Bacon
All
on
the
a
food
stick.
was bacon on a stick, glazed cinnamon nuts, and what else was there? Pickles, and
Empanadas.
Empanada truck.
And that was dangerous.
I distinctly remember the empanada truck because right after it opened, I was there.
Yes.
I was like their third or fourth customer, and I got an empanada right away, and it was worth it.
And I think between the three of us, we got food from every stand.
Hell yeah.
So it was the end of the night. We were packing up, and I didn't eat it outside of the pizza. And I was
Which
like,
we'll get to.
And I was like, let me just go grab something real quick. And I walked over to the nut guys. I was like, I've been smelling this for 8 hours. It smells so goddamn good. Give me a bag. And they're like, which one do you want? And I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, well, there's 3 different kinds. And I was like,
Pecans, cashews, and almonds.
I was like, no one who bought them on my, like, from our tent, like Ange and Tyler's wife and everything, nobody told me, no one told me there were 3 different kinds. I thought it was just nuts. So now I'm like, so I panicked and I bought all 3. I didn't know which one to get.
Yeah, I think Ange got all 3 in one.
So the food there, right? Between that and going to a wedding, you guys know I've been calorie counting, trying to lose weight.
Mm-hmm.
I hit 248 the Thursday before that Friday, Saturday, Sunday combo where I had shit to do all weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Guess how much I weighed Monday morning?
249.5.
255. Wow. I gained 7 pounds over the weekend. And you might say, well, you were at a wedding. Did you drink? No, I didn't drink.
Did you have a lot of water?
But did you poop?
Nope.
Oh. But did you poop?
Oh, trust me, Bob. I shat. That dude shits.
Same.
Yeah, no, 7 pounds because of my party weekend. And yeah, didn't feel great about that. Back down to around 250 now. Coming back from it.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Usually I only gain that much after I drink that much.
That is fair.
Did you get any hot sauces that you like really stood out at the show? Can I start off?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Ron's truffle sauce. Fuck.
Oh.
Hell's Kitchen introduced a special white truffle or something hot sauce this show. Oh my God.
Yeah, not me for truffle because I don't like truffle.
I feel you.
So, what'd you get? The classics?
So
Oh no, you cheated. Your dad was there.
I cheated.
you basically gave him you got the fucking company credit card. You're just like, eh?
Personally, I bought 2.5 bottles. One was for my girlfriend's brother. I bought Yoda Baby from DEF CON.
Nice.
And I had to get another bottle of Taco Cat because I'm literally addicted to that sauce from Hell's Kitchen.
Did you get the special edition one or the regular one?
Both. I bought the special edition one for Angie's brother because it's a little spicier. I kept myself the normal one.
I like how he made that one like the gold container. It's like it went Super Saiyan. It's just a little bit more spicy.
How fast do you go through those bottles from Hell's Kitchen or White House?
Way too fast.
I swear to God, they must have holes in the bottom.
Yeah.
I had one meal where I just ate like West Side Red on my stuff from Hell's Kitchen, and half the bottle was gone because I poured it in the burrito. I closed the burrito, and I was like, I didn't put enough in this, and I was pouring it on the top of each bite. Because like as someone counting calories, right? Each serving of hot sauce is like a calorie.
Yeah.
So I don't have to feel shameful when I dump it all over what I'm eating.
Exactly.
And it tastes great.
Yeah.
So I got done with eating that burrito and half the bottle was gone. And I was like, I got to start buying like gallon jugs of this thing.
That's why from Dragon Sauce I did. I was like, yeah, what's the biggest case you make? And they were like, 12 at a time. You end up getting like 5 free. And I was like, that one.
Yep.
Just give me all of them.
So that's what's in my pantry.
I cheated. My dad was there. My mom and dad came to the show. And my dad filled his entire backpack. He had a whole backpack on the back of his chair.
Hell yeah.
Filled with hot sauce.
Amazing.
Oh, he went in.
Oh, he went to the point where he ran out of money and started using money from my mom.
Amazing.
Had to break into the piggy bank.
He bought at least 2 from every stand.
That's
Hell yeah.
fantastic.
To the point where it's still sitting in my kitchen. His
You don't know what to do with it?
Unpacked
I
or packed?
hasn't even been unpacked yet.
Still know what to do with it?
I'm so overwhelmed when I look at it because I was making breakfast this morning and I'm like, oh, let me try one of the new sauces.
Yeah.
I open up the bag and I'm like, nope. There were so many there. And I saw he got West Side Red. I saw something from One Love Jerk Hut.
Yeah.
I
He
remember
got one
of
of Kyle's too.
Yep, he got one of Kyle's.
Oh man, Kyle's sauce was so good.
I think that might be my favorite. And not even because like he's a friend of ours or anything like that. I just genuinely enjoyed that sauce.
Nice.
It was good knowing that it was a truffle hot sauce, and I probably wasn't going to like it, but you actually don't taste that much truffle.
You don't get the
so it wasn't
I
that
get a
bad.
lot more black garlic.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
way more garlic than truffle, so I was okay with it.
And I think that might have been my favorite one, but it was still one of those there's just so many sauces, and my dad bought Hank sauce the
Love
week
Hank's.
prior.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm like, all right, there's a bottle of Hank sauce, putting that on my eggs this morning.
Yeah.
And it was their
have to,
herb infused sauce.
I have to hit up. I love the herb infused one. That's the one I used when I make buffalo chicken dip. I don't use buffalo. I use Hank's.
Yeah.
And I used a mix between the Hank's regular, the Hank's herb infused, and then they have one that's like the really spicier variety. And I'll put like a little bit in there to change it up. But man, that flavor's so good.
And my biggest or my proudest moment from the show over the weekend, my girlfriend is not a hot sauce person. She's just not a big hot sauce fan. She'll like spicy foods. She bought 3 bottles at the show.
Really?
She bought Def Con's medium sauce.
Okay.
She bought Def Con's horseradish sauce.
I bought that too.
And there was a third one that she bought, and I can't remember what it was.
I think we had the same with the horseradish thought, because I was like, I came back and I was like, I bought the horseradish one. She's like, oh, me too. And I was like, I want to make cocktail sauce. And she was like, yes.
Was it one of the vendors there that was there in oh my God, Philly? One of the ones we went to. Crumbly's, right?
Yes, Crumbly's Kitchen.
Crumbly's. I
They're the
missed
ones in East
them.
Brunswick.
Yeah, I missed them when we went to the Philly one, and I got a chance to taste all their stuff. Of the 3 bottles I bought, I went with their mango habanero. It was banging.
Yeah, that was
And I think I was most proud of Ange because when she went, she only bought like the horseradish one and the other one, I think from also Def Con.
Yeah.
She went back while we were doing one of the segments, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to get the mild wing sauce or the medium one."
yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, well, let me try the mild." She tries it, then the guy behind the table's like, "Well, why don't you try the medium?" She's like, "All right." Yeah, that's the winner.
That's fantastic.
So I'm just like, oh my God, she bought sauce. This is amazing.
So I ended up making a lot of my buys as everyone was packing up. Because we were doing the show all day.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to the I forget the name now. The guy who was selling the popcorn seasonings, and I ended up picking up their mild cayenne one because Elena makes a ton of popcorn, and she gets a
Nice.
little bored with like what to put on the popcorn other than salt. So I was like, here, you felt a little bad about oil and butter and all that, so this gives a little bit of a spice, helps with I guess digestion because spicy thing. But yeah, here, try that. I tasted it; it was really good. I ended up grabbing a bottle of White House Station for their cranberry. They made
Cranberry Reaper.
They made is it Reaper? I tasted it. Didn't taste anything like a Reaper. It wasn't spicy at all.
Oh.
It was spice, but it wasn't like. Then again, my taste buds might have just been shot from the pizza.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that before or after?
It was
the pizza?
after. It was
yeah,
after.
you're fucked.
Yeah, so
I'm pretty sure it was Reaper.
but it was really good. And I have ideas for that. And then I
Nice.
picked up the horseradish one, like you said. And the goal for that is to make shrimp cocktail with that as the cocktail sauce. Because for those who don't know, cocktail sauce is just horseradish and ketchup. And like sometimes a little bit of lemon. That's the whole thing.
Speaking of creations and ideas, what idea did we have while we were there that we got to capitalize on?
The hot gobbler.
Hot gobblers.
I don't know if I should call it that, but
Well, you have to
sounds like
now.
That sounds like something you read on Urban Dictionary.
yeah. So when we were there, I was talking about how like I think I was talking to John because he popped into the episode we were doing the burger thing on. He's like, that looked so good. And he's like, I love that there were so many different sauces in there. And they were like, because when we made the burger, I was like, all right, how many hot sauces can I fit into something without overpowering the burger to the point where it's just like, I can't feel my mouth. Like, I want to taste everything. So we ended up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hot sauces, I think we put in there, or 6 hot items.
Yeah. And then the hot ketchup on the side.
Yeah, and then the ketchup. Well, there was...
And the John.
It was, it was the condiment. It was mayo, the aioli, the garlic, or the spicy aioli. Then it was the ketchup, the mustard. It was the burger meat. It was the cheese. And then I think that's it. So it was 6. Oh, and the pickles. 7.
Right.
Spicy pickles.
Right.
So we ended up with 7 spicy items. And he's like, it looks so good. And I was like, everyone, I don't know if they're just telling me because like we're on a stream.
No.
But
No. Thank you, by the way, for absolutely ruining burgers for me forever, because no burger I ever have henceforth will be as good as that burger was.
Yeah.
So
No cap.
So we came up with that. So then I was like, while we're here, we were talking. I think someone was like, is there a Wawa around here? Like someone was just yelling out because I guess they were hungry and they wanted not the food that was here. So everyone was like, is there a Wawa around? And then as that was happening, I was at White House tasting the cranberry thing. And I was like, ooh.
And then I think Chef John was even like,
Yeah,
Yo.
he was like, yo. And then that's the whole thing that brought up because you and Tyler have never had gobblers.
no.
You
And
absolute heathens.
I can't
know.
believe that. Don't you go to Wawa? Like, I see you all the time with
All
the fucking
the
cups.
fucking time.
It's a New Jersey rite of passage.
How do you not?
I go to Wawa almost every Wednesday before the show.
How do you? How
And
have
you
you
haven't
not?
got a gobbler?
Like,
That's not an answer. That's a deflection.
so disappointing,
Bob.
Bob, in the chat. So, like, I was like, okay, so let's do it. Let's go back because one of my favorite YouTube channels to watch that do cooking stuff is Mythical Kitchen because they're fucking idiots like me, and it's fantastic. And what they do a stupid version of this. Well, they'll go to like a fast food place and they'll get like a Big Mac, and then they will just make the most fucking expensive Big Mac they physically can. So like their Big Mac was like $337.
What they use, like Kobe beef chuck and
Fucking champagne and like
in what?
like imported the ground beef and like imported fucking wine from Spain, and then like the beef is from another part of the world and the vinegar is from here. So it's just like the most expensive shit.
$300 per
and
slice.
they're also-
Wisconsin dry aged cheddar.
Well, they're also like obnoxiously used every time, not on purpose. He's just like one of the episodes way later in since he's been doing them. He's like, I don't know what happens, but like every time we make these, I set it to make it the same as what they do. And then they like, take out the plate and put it on there, and it's like 3 times the size. Like, I don't know what happens, and I feel that in my heart. So I was like, what if we did something a little similar, but we'll make something the spicy variant. So you've never had a gobbler before.
Never.
Tyler's never had a gobbler before. We'll get a gobbler, and then I'm gonna make
a better gobbler.
A better gobbler. So you'll be ruined out of the experience immediately, and I apologize. But
Well, hold on. Let me counter that. Domino's pizza is not good pizza.
No.
But there's a time and a place for Domino's pizza.
when you're
Yes.
hammered,
When you're shit faced at 3:00 in the morning and nothing else is open, Domino's pizza is your savior.
Oh yeah.
If you want to experience Thanksgiving in a pocket dimension, isolated from the time it takes you to cook an actual turkey, or the time it takes you to assemble a real Thanksgiving feast, the gobbler's there for you.
I was gonna say
The gobbler won't let you down.
I was gonna say if you were
It's never going to give
stuck
you
in
up.
like. I was gonna say if you were stuck in like.
But it will hurt you.
It will hurt
It
you.
will hurt coming out.
So
And you might have to run around as it's coming out.
I hope not. So the idea is we're gonna Traeger some turkey. So we're gonna make some smoked turkey. We have the hot cranberry sauce. I'm gonna do
do a spicy
I'm gonna
dry
do a
rub on the turkey.
Maybe we'll see how it goes because I know I want to make a spicy gravy.
Defer to your better judgment. don't listen to me. I don't know how to cook.
Well,
so.
I've been thinking about the turkey gravy, and it's a lot of fat
mhm.
because that's how you get the turkey gravy.
Same.
So I was thinking if it's already fat and richy,
Same.
a little bit of spicy in there would be. So, which I guess also same. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna give that a whirl, and then I think Cast Iron Kyle said he was gonna make some cast iron stuffing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
For the gobbler.
And
Nice.
I kind of want to try my hand at making a green bean casserole as well.
I will say.
I don't think Wawa has green bean casserole.
No, but I feel like I would bring it.
Yeah.
And have our own like
Mini Thanksgiving.
tabletop trio Thanksgiving.
So
I almost said 3 Best Friends Thanksgiving, and that is an ancient podcast that I did like in college.
Tabletop Thanksgiving.
Tabletop's giving.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that one.
a full slice production.
Never mind. The thought escaped me. I opened my mouth and it flew out.
It
I don't
happens.
know what happened.
So that's something that we are going to look forward to.
I am very excited. We also might be doing some other cool stuff in the near future
Yeah.
Don't forget,
as well.
we're going to be at PAX Unplugged.
Yes.
Media
even-
badges.
Even
I
even
cannot
sooner
wait
than
for
that.
Oh, yeah.
In the immediate 1 to 3 week future, there might be some stuff coming. We're waiting to hear back. We'll see how it goes.
Trying to plan some fun stuff for you guys to watch and listen to.
And
Yeah.
if you think about it, technically, in the 3-week future with Thanksgiving on the way,
Yeah.
so is the Spicy Gobbler.
Yeah, I'm hoping that happens soon.
We still have to do our fall episode with Phil and Cider.
We do.
Might have to tie that all together. He's
Oh.
a Phillian. He has to eat gobblers.
Oh, yeah.
He's from Philly. He just has to.
His main greeting is Go Birds.
Right.
So,
He's got to know. He's got to just eat Wawa.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
So, yeah, no, definitely. Well, maybe we'll do that all at the same time.
That would be fun.
Get some ciders, get some donuts,
A little
have some
fire going.
little fire, get some gobblers.
Dude, I don't know if I can eat cider, donuts, and gobbler all in the same setting and not throw up.
I say you probably.
I mean, don't tempt me with a good time.
That's a lot.
Throw some meat in there.
Oh, fuck. Speaking of Phillies, baseball season's coming to a close. My apologies to any Philly fans watching this. That was a tough game. I was rooting for you guys. Despite currently wearing a Mets jersey, I wanted a local team to win.
After the Dolphins loss, I will not root for anyone in Philly because they obviously paid those refs.
Go Birds.
But yeah, I mean, regarding sports, right? I had an aha moment with sports. I was in the batting cages yesterday, and you know when you're trying to practice something and you're forcing the practice. Like, you're tired, you want to get in there, you need to put the time in, you're struggling, right? But practice makes perfect, and you're not going to get good at the things you want to get good at unless you practice. So I'm in there, I'm frustrated, I'm drilling balls directly into the fucking ground in front of me, popping them straight up, and I cannot figure out what's fucking going wrong. The pitching machine breaks.
So that was the problem.
No. As
not
much
me,
as
it's
I would love to blame the machinery, it was certainly a me problem. So I'm in there and I'm downwind in the cage, and they're fixing the machine. They replaced the controller, they replaced the motor. It's like revving and shooting some into the ceiling, and then like some out, like need Viagra for pitching machines. But
More lube.
as they're sending balls over, I'm like just very lightly swinging at them, like just fucking around. And I'm realizing as I'm lightly swinging at them, I'm beaning them every time. Perfect sweet spot of the bat contact. And I'm like, why aren't I hitting balls like this when the pitch is actually coming? Like, it's the same pitch. They're just fucking with the height, right? After the motor's replaced. And then I'm paying attention to when I'm just like goofing around swinging the bat. And I'm realizing that I'm putting more of a back rotation on the bat when I'm just swinging them lightly for fun. And I'm hitting them perfectly every time. So they get the machine back working. And I'm like, all right, let me just try to swing like that. And for the next 25 pitches, I bombed every single fucking arc softball that came at me. And I was like, oh my God, Why wasn't I doing this? All I had to do was kind of stop paying attention. And then I just started every single shot. I put in 4 more coins after that. Each coin's 15 pitches. Every single pitch, I smashed perfect launch angle. I started hitting softballs so hard with that like looped backswing that it was registering on the pitch clock in the cage next to me.
Nice.
That aha moment was so goddamn satisfying. I feel like that's the dragon you chase every time you do a hobby.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I get it now.
In golf, it's the instant gratification because if you hit the ball right, it makes a noise that the club doesn't make otherwise. Yeah. So like you'd be like, nope, fucked it, nope, fucked it, nope, fucked it, and then you make that one and it makes that like, and like you hear it and then you feel it. Like when you hit a golf ball correctly, you don't feel like you hit a golf ball. You feel nothing. So like when you hit it and you just feel nothing and you heard the noise, you're just like, oh, fuck yeah. I'm going to look in that direction and that fucking thing is going.
I'm going to look in that direction and hope my eyesight's really good.
So, yeah.
High vis balls.
That's my nickname in college.
Nice.
Sorry.
Fantastic. So, yeah, no, I definitely feel that. Also, Jake does play with high vis balls. He has fucking like either hot pink or lime green.
Nice.
So he's like, I can always tell when they're mine on the field because some old guy will not like it.
Cosmo and Wanda, you ain't slick.
So
Yeah, I even get that too with sim racing. Like once you hit that perfect line, you're just like, oh, there it is.
yeah, I've definitely done that with you when you're like coaching me on where I'm going, and you're like lower. I'm like now. Like, no, you gotta. I'm like I'm gonna crash. You're like no, you gotta go.
You're not.
Lower. And I'm like
Lower.
I'm gonna crash. I
Lower.
feel it, and then I go, and then it just like everything lines up, and you kind of just go, and I'm like oh.
Why is that the exact
fuck.
Futurama quote from Zap Brannigan? Lower.
Yeah.
Lower. Too low. Lower.
Because there were so many times where I'd be coaching Joe. It's like, all right, when you're going in the corner, don't touch your brakes. I know you're gonna think you're gonna drive up into the wall. Do not touch your brakes.
NASCAR
Your
99.
momentum will slow you down.
NASCAR 99 tells me I'm going to crash into that wall every damn time.
It's like, all right, turn in now. Why now? Just do it. Oh.
Yeah.
Or, all right, the field's coming. Stay high.
Yeah.
Let go. Just let him go.
Yeah,
Let
that's
him go
always the
low.
hard one. It's just like, don't compete. But I wanna. Well, they're lapping
Joe,
you, so don't.
You're going to be in the way. Let them go.
That's when you have to realize I'm like a toddler at the fucking racetrack. And you just gotta be like, yeah, he's running, but like by himself. Just off to the side, please.
But like once you hit that perfect line, you hit the apex right, you come out of the corner, the card slides sideways, but you're in like a controlled slide. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah.
Or, you're going in, you pass you're going in the corner, the guy behind you gets a great run in, he passes you, but because he was too focused on getting around you, he slides up the track. You come down, do a little crossover move, and get underneath of him.
Yeah.
Just hit him with the loot and scoop.
And that's
There are no better feeling in
And that's-
racing when you do that.
And that's another thing too when you have like the wheel and everything, because when you get the right, like you're fighting the whole time. Like you're like, nope, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, stop it, stop. And then like all of a sudden you'll feel nothing and you're like, well, we're gonna crash because that means I have no traction. But then when you hit like that turn the right way, the wheel basically is just like, we're going this way. And you're like, good wheel.
Yes.
And you just don't have to fight it. It's just correct. And you're like, wow, is that how it works?
So I had the perfect example of that a few weeks ago. The racing league that I'm in, it's called Total Nonstop Racing. I've been with these guys technically since 2007. A lot of these guys I've known since I was like 15, 16 years
Yeah, so that's
old,
wild.
all that.
Yep.
And I'm back racing with them, started the pandemic, blah, 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 blah. And we had a race at the Watkins Glen Road Course a couple weeks ago. I'm not a road course racer, or at least I'm not very good at them, especially in stock cars. Big, heavy monstrosities that don't really want to turn left on an oval. Now you got to make these things go up and down hills and right and left and all this other stuff. I had zero faith in myself going into this race. Decided not to qualify, started dead last, all that kind of stuff.
Just here for fun.
Yeah, I'm just here until I wreck.
Yeah.
And then if I wreck, no big deal. I'm not in the playoffs. It is what it is.
I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
Exactly. I'm just going to focus on next season. We're going through the race, and then I finally have that, kind of moment where I'm going down. It's like, all right, I want to break at the 400-meter board. So 400 meters till the apex, that's when I'm braking. Don't want to brake hard, want to let off a little bit, don't shift, save gas, Had the right strategy where I basically ran the race in reverse, where I knew, okay, there are 45 laps. I can do 20 laps on a tank of fuel. I'm going to pit on lap 9 instead of lap 20. This way, I'll pit on lap 9, pit on lap 29, and have plenty of fuel for the end of the race. Everyone else went until 20. I was slow as shit, but I hit the strategy right where I finished 4th.
Nice.
Sheesh.
And I should not have finished
anywhere
close. There were like 15 of us. I probably should have finished like 12th.
Wow.
But I finished 4th, actually had a good battle with a couple of guys. Just because I was faster than the other drivers in one section, they were faster than me, and it was a good,
go back and forth.
a good fight the whole race.
Doing some tradesies.
Wound up finishing 4th just because I had that, do this, and then I'll have slow in, fast off is kind of the mantra for all racing. Go into the corner slower, you'll have a better drive out of the corner.
Yeah, I still have to learn that. Go in hot, drift the turn,
All
gas,
tires,
crash.
No brakes, wall scraping.
Tell someone you hope they choke on a mozzarella stick. And we're golden.
We're in. Crash at least 3 people out.
Oh, God. Always a good time in our racing.
Sorry.
But real quick, going back with Saucetoberfest, Joe, you competed.
I did. I will never compete at a place where I can get first.
You finished 2nd.
Yeah, again.
For a 2nd time in a row.
Yeah.
But I will say I love the strategy change you made.
2 for 2.
Walk us through your strategy for hot pizza eating.
Well, it's not okay. So hot pizza eating, the strategy works great.
Okay, fine. Spicy pizza
Cold hot pizza eating didn't work out so hot. So
Pun intended?
yeah. Well, no, it worked out very hot. So when I did it the first time, the pizza was hot. Like it was like a fresh pizza. So they put a bunch of stuff on it, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna roll it because I've watched enough competitive eating to know that they kind of just mash it into the smallest thing possible and then eat it. So I was like, all right, let me just roll it. So instead of me having to bite 37 times, I'll just have to bite 6 times. So I was like, let me do that. That should work. And it does. But on this go around, the pizza was a little thicker because every place is a little bit different on pizza. So these were a little bit thicker. And the pizza was purchased the night before.
Oh.
So because they wanted to make sure that it was here. So the pizza was cold. So the pizza was a little bit more chewy, a little bit harder to bite. So
Crust
when
a little gummy.
yeah, everything was a little gummy. So when I rolled it like I normally did and then take a bite, you have to chew so much longer because it's a condensed roll of cold pizza.
Yeah.
So I ended up
TMJ going.
my jaw started getting tired more than anything else was from trying to chew so fast.
Yeah.
So that's what ended up slowing me down so much was just my jaw getting tired from how chewy everything was. But they I talked to DEF CON after and I was like, the second slice was way hotter than the third slice. You put a lot on there. And she goes, Well, they were rushing me. I was like, well, baby, slow down.
I love Maggie. She's the best.
She's like, I'm sorry, they were rushing me, so I just started pouring on. I'm like, yeah, baby, relax. She was hot. So the first slice was fine. It's just like last time. It was just contaminated soil. Did that
Delicious.
fine. No issues. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, a little heavy, but fine.
Love it.
Second one, she just went in. Like, I couldn't
You're
even
like
see.
doing the cinnamon challenge.
I couldn't even see sauce. And then not only did she do the contaminated soil, but there was something else on it that it kind of looked like chili flakes, like red pepper flakes, but was very much not red pepper flakes. And that shit was hot.
Damn.
So then the third one, she did the drops of oil like she normally does. Except normally there's like 3 drops of oil. And I guess because she was being rushed, boy, were there more than 3 drops of oil. So the third one was hot, but like the oil's like an all around like staying hot. Like your lips are hot, outside your lips are hot, your mouth is hot, like your nose is kind of hot. Like everything from the oil is like just hot because it's in there. It gets in your mouth, it gets stuck, and then it's just there. The second one was just fucking spicy. So wasn't ready for that one. Wasn't ready for the second one to come in that hot.
It really do be like that sometimes.
But, yeah, still play second, but
You'll get it next time.
one of these days. Yeah, I gotta start bringing like Pepto-Bismol or something to chug beforehand.
Right? Get yourself prepared for Boston.
Yeah,
Because if everything works out, we'll be shipping up to Boston.
Yeah.
In April. I think John said end of April.
I think that's
And
where
I don't think it's official where it's going to be yet.
Yeah.
But from what we've heard, it's kind of a big deal where this place is or where the show is gonna be next year.
Cross your fingers.
And
It's gonna be a
works
banger.
out, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Because I love the place. I love their product.
Boston was a fun time.
Oh my god, yeah. And just the fact that like the 3 of us were able to go up, we got a really nice Airbnb, which apparently is better than
What John and Kyle
where a
did.
couple other people got it.
Yeah.
Oof.
He said we're gonna maybe we'll all chip in next time.
Chip in for a
apparently.
place.
So we're gonna try to find something.
Yeah, and
All right, but if we do
hopefully-
that next time, I'm not sleeping on the couch.
understandable.
Fair.
Hopefully our buddy Sal doesn't show up
Yeah.
like last time.
Oh, yeah.
Kyle.
Our buddy
Oh,
Salmonella.
Yeah.
Good old Sal.
So, but that was that's good news. We'll see what happens with that. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited where what we're going to be doing over the next few months.
Yeah.
Just a lot of cool stuff for us, which is always it's cool to kind of get that recognition that like, okay, our stuff is getting us out there. We're able to get out there and get our stuff out there, and
Yeah.
you know,
Man, November and
Keep
December
going.
are going to be insane for me.
yeah.
So, in addition
Yeah.
to all of our fun travel, I also have some work travel. 7 different cities between November, December, not including Tabletop Trio stuff.
Yeah.
Travel's a hobby, right?
Yeah.
I'll be in 1, 2, 3 to 4 different countries, depending on where I end up.
Nice.
And then, if all goes well, I think it's been confirmed. I will be going to CES this year.
Nice.
For the first time.
Hell yeah.
So that'll be fun. That's like the first week of December.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to. Wow, so you're going December or January?
Sorry, January.
I was gonna say because wow, you're
Yeah,
going
first-
straight from PAX
Yeah, no,
to CES.
first week. That's what I was worried about because I keep mixing them up. So I was like, oh no, is CES the same week as PAX? Shit. But no, they're like the same thing, directly 1 month apart from each other.
Okay, good.
Nice.
So
You're definitely gonna have to be our far and away correspondent.
dude,
for
I
that.
can't wait for CES. The coolest shit gets announced at CES. You don't see it for like another 3 years, but like the coolest shit gets announced at CES. Like I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm sure
and knowing how much of a gear whore you are, like
yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I wonder how many people are like $800 right now. I'll just come on, just give me the demo. $800 under the table. Just lose it after the show.
This is my room. I'm staying here.
Like they had the phones coming out that they flip this way and then it flips another way. So it's like this size tablet out of a phone this big. And then another company was like, yeah, that's cool. But what if? And it was like a tablet that was like half this size. And then they just pulled it and it extended this way. And I was like, that one wins.
Gib.
His
right
is
now.
better. Sorry.
Give me that shit.
Yeah. Like I love CES because it's like CES is where the companies are just like, here's some crazy shit that might not ever come out, but like is cool though.
But if it does, you're
So.
going to want this.
But could you imagine?
Yeah. Well, the laptop I would absolutely buy like today. They had a laptop that was a 16-inch laptop, and then the bottom was also a 16-inch. It was one full screen, basically like this, but a laptop, and huge. And you put a keyboard on the bottom, and then it was a regular laptop. And then if you wanted to, like, I don't know, video edit or photo edit or whatever, you unfold it all the way, turn it sideways, and it becomes a 21 or 22-inch full-size monitor that
That
the
is so
keyboard
cool.
is now wireless for. And I was like,
Jeez.
that's so cool.
That's awesome.
Like, I don't know. I love the cool, stupid tech shit that they come out with at CES. So I am beyond thrilled.
Speaking of cool, stupid tech shit, Star Citizen announcement.
They did things.
Squadron 42, they're announced as feature complete, which means they're just in final spit and polish and bug testing, which
That's a lot
I mean,
of bucks.
after a Kickstarter 10 years ago,
Is
I
Is it 10?
2013 Kickstarter started, funded in 2014. Yeah, I'm
Happy birthday.
I'm blown away. I can't believe they finally announced like significant progress on Squadron 42.
Yeah, I thought that was never going to happen.
And the lulls we were seeing in actual content for Star Citizen, now that Squadron 42 is feature complete, are going to start catching up because they've been working and testing new systems in the Squadron 42 environment before releasing them to Star Citizen Live.
That makes sense.
So now that Star Citizen Live is feature complete and they're working on bug testing, guess where they're doing their bug testing? It's going to go live in the PTU.
Boy, are there going to be a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
There
well,
always are.
Yeah.
a lot of bugs. I'm going to have to learn how to fly again
Yeah.
because they're changing the flight model.
Oh, thank God. Are they going back to like actual thruster
No,
and
absolutely not.
Yeah, why would they?
Because that's not real space flight. That's not.
The ship you're flying on has that.
What do you mean?
When I was watching
Oh,
you
yeah,
play,
yeah, yeah.
that's how they fucking are on the thing.
Yeah, I know. However, now when Apache helicopters fly and when F-35s fly, the reticle is connected to the screen in the helmet, right? So there are people that fly in Star Citizen using what's called the eye tracker. Tobii eye tracker is like the branded one. So they look on their screen and the reticle goes there. And that's their additional movement, like in the cockpit of the Gladius, the ship you were watching, throttle up on the left hand, flight stick on the right hand. That free axis of movement that I use my mouse for is the helmet. That's why, like, how they translate that. So people who do professional dogfighting in Star Citizen and like DCS have that, and that's how they do their targeting.
I would honestly,
I'd
that
die.
camera,
I'd puke.
that eye tracker
Mm-hmm.
is way less expensive than buying a whole new flight system for what I had.
Yeah,
So I'd probably just buy the cameras
yeah,
because I took out my X-52 for the first time, by the way.
yeah.
If you do, heads up, the soft
Yeah.
stuff, boys, is sticky.
Oh yeah.
So I ended up grabbing my isopropyl and just rubbing it all off.
It doesn't help.
It does. I rubbed it all
Really?
off. I rubbed it down to the plastic.
So yours is different than mine. Mine is like a huge, fat, sticky pad that got
all
adhered
on
to
the
it.
side. If you go with isopropyl, I rubbed it. From what I was reading on the forums, everyone's like, just isopropyl the shit out of it and then rub it off completely. Like, it's gonna be black. Rub it all the way down back to the plastic.
Yeah, but you have a different one than me.
I
Like,
have the X-52 Pro.
yeah, but I have the X45. I have the previous iteration.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
instead of it being like a little like thin sticky pad of rubber that you can just like wipe away, the pads that got sticky on mine are like this thick because the grip of the actual stick is in that sticky rubbery stuff. So that will 100% work for yours. Yeah. If I do that to mine, it won't even resemble flight sticks anymore. It'll be like a cylinder of plastic one way and a cylinder of plastic the other way.
I forgot how nice the X52s are because I didn't use it that long before I had to pack up and then move. So I took it out of the box and I got it all set up. And then I forgot that Logitech bought Satec, but they didn't really do anything other than slap a Logitech logo on it.
Yep.
But they did change the drivers enough that I can't use the new Logitech drivers.
Oh.
So I had to go all the way back.
Oh, no.
But I got it working. Everything was fine. I was playing MechWarrior 5 with one of my friends. And it was actually, all things considered, pretty fun. A little wonky out of the gate because the sensitivity was like, meh, and my guy was just like, whoosh, and I'm like, no. I need to aim with this, and going like this immediately ain't gonna do it. So I had to turn the sensitivities down to like 1. And I was like, all right, there we go.
It's funny, the way they have those MechWarrior games programmed from Piranha Games, you're actually at a stark disadvantage using joysticks.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Bob,
I could tell.
The control input for the mechs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So think of how a tank moves. So you can move the bottom independently from the top.
Yeah.
You can also move the arms independently from the torso.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could be walking in one direction, looking in another direction, and then shooting in a third direction.
Oh, shit.
So if you're using a joystick, you don't have that third axis of freedom.
No.
If you're using 2 joysticks, the HOSAS, hands on stick and stick, as opposed to HOTAS, hands on throttle and stick, you might have some semblance of that, but nowhere near the precision of a mouse.
Yeah.
And when I was playing MechWarrior Online competitively, people were complaining that mouse and keyboard was strictly superior control input wise than 2 sticks, which were, or like the throttle and stick, which is how canonically the mechs are piloted.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a learning curve because at one point I have the throttle. So I was like, throttle up, good, walk, great. Turn this way. Nope, this way. Nope, more this way. Got it. And then I guess I pushed a little too far, and that's when the second axis kicks in, and that's when the feet start turning. So then I started walking this way, but looking this way, and I'm like, I'm gonna need a second. So and my friend looks over, and I'm just walking this way.
It was different in previous iterations of MechWarrior games, right? When I think it was Microsoft owned the license for MechWarrior back in MechWarrior 4 and prior.
Yeah.
You could only walk a certain way, look a certain way, and then the only axis of movement you had outside of that was you could turn the arm only on one axis, left and right. So you could do that like on 2 sticks by using the hat as the like on the thumb for the right hand stick. So you could walk one way, turn one way with the joystick, and then use that top hat to move the arm, and you didn't have to worry about precision. In MechWarrior Online, they changed it so that third axis freedom is free swinging. So you can be walking one way, looking another way, and then you could be moving the arms like this all over the place.
I am a crab.
And it would allow you to take these like quick precision flick shots without turning your torso into lines of fire.
I couldn't do any of that. But see, there's a thing about the joysticks that you just never get with a keyboard mouse. Derek, my friend who was playing Derek, gave me one of his mechs who has like this. He basically shoots a fucking nuke. And I was like, yeah, that one. Give me that one.
Okay.
It's like mini nukes. Like his main can's like a mini nuke. I was like, that one. Give me that one.
The
so then like,
Goss?
I don't remember what it was, but my joystick has like the safety flappy thing and it's red. And then when you flip the safety lappy thing up, it turns to green and there's a fire button. You'll never get that on a mouse and keyboard.
Immersion.
But I'm like, I'm going to fuck up that robot. Flick. Don't get in front of me. And then he walked in front of me.
F.
And you know what happened?
I muted your mic by accident.
He walked in front of me, blew out his like 3/4 of his mech. Just shot an arm immediately off. I I was like, oh shit, don't get from.
It's funny because in MechWarrior, there's these nuanced engine changes you can do where you can pick a lighter engine to give yourself more weapons tonnage. But if you lose a torso, it takes up a spot in the torso and you blow the engine, which means your mech explodes.
Yeah, I did that to a couple people.
But you could use the heavier engine and have it only be in the center torso. So you can use that whole side of your body as a shield. Alternatively, when you are using the XL engine that's lighter but wider, if your teammate shoots you in the back rear torso, which has less armor, you turn them into fireworks.
I mean, fireworks are fun.
Thankfully, I was aiming at the head of the enemy, so I just blew out his entire shoulder. But he's like, "Where'd my main gun go?" And I was like,
It fell. It's back there.
Don't look at your screen where the health is. Just
I
don't."
can explain.
Remember how I said, "Don't walk in front of me," and then you walked in front of me? The thing happened. I took it off safety. I made an audible alert. That's on you.
You just gave me heavy flashbacks to when I used to run sniper mech setups in MechWarrior 4. And instead of like zooming your whole screen in, it gave you just a picture in picture. Because like I guess the tech at the time, all it could do was spawn another camera on your screen instead of like actually zooming in for the shot. So I would get this little picture in picture, and I remember like zooming in on a mech way far away, and then as soon as I would go to fire, I'd watch my teammate's head bob across the bottom of the window in the picture in picture, and just being like, no, click, boom. And Crescendo has team killed, blah, blah, blah. Just, you have been banned from the server. Shit.
Every
It was my fault.
So, yeah, just good times. Good retro time games.
Yeah.
Which brings us to Fallout.
Yes. One of my all-time favorite games. It was announced earlier that Amazon is doing a show based off of Fallout in a whole new city, new setting, new everything. And they finally gave a release date.
Oh, did they?
For Fallout. It's going to be on Amazon Prime, Amazon TV, whatever the hell it's called.
Did they say what city?
Let me skim through.
Because if it's like Fallout, I don't know, like San Francisco, right? That'd be a cool thing to see. Like heavy into the new California Republic. But if it's like Fallout Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh my God, I'd pay more.
Yeah, well, I mean, nothing has changed.
That's why, like, I'm in for at least 3 episodes. I need to know what they didn't do.
Right?
Like,
it is, well, you know what? I have a little bit more hope for the show. It's the creators of the show Westworld, HBO. They're the ones who are behind the show.
okay, so that's a good track record.
Yeah. The show is premiering April 12th of 2024.
That's not that far.
And the announcement came on the 26th anniversary of Fallout Day.
Wow.
Which I believe is the day the bombs dropped in canon.
Yeah,
So,
I think you're right.
still not entirely sure of story or anything like that.
Oh, let me guess. A vault opens up and somebody comes out and the world's different and war never changes.
If they don't start with, I don't want to set the world on fire, and Ron Perlman saying war never changes.
You imagine if they get the cameo just for that? Just one episode.
I would love that.
Yeah, it would be cool. I guess we'll have to see.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to replay Fallout 4 now.
I wonder, do you think they're gonna do
Or do I do New Vegas?
do you think
New
they're gonna do
Vegas.
a
Easy.
spin-off game?
I don't know. Well, Fallout 5...
Because there hasn't been one for a while, right?
Fallout 5 is rumored to be coming
Well,
soon.
Fallout 76 was only a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but that for the most part failed, didn't it?
Yeah.
So we just move that off to the side.
I do
4
want to
was
try
what,
76.
2016?
I don't know. All I know is I did buy the collector's edition for it because I wanted the Pip-Boy thing, and now none of the phones of today fit in the Pip-Boy thing.
Yeah.
They're too big.
Sad.
I'm looking at
I also
now.
barely played it, but I do have the
2015.
big fucking thing.
I was close.
2015.
November 10th, 2015.
Oh,
And then
that's why I
76
got-
was what, 2019?
No, it had to be 17 or 18. It wasn't 19.
Let's
Couldn't
find
have been.
out.
I thought it was
Dear
a
Google.
significant amount of time after 4. but-
2018.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I was close. Oh, I was off by 1 year on both.
Yeah.
but that's
I'm okay with those. I'm okay with
5
those
years
numbers.
ago.
Yeah, nothing before 2020 is real anymore.
Yeah, those were the before times.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
We're in the after times.
So I got to dig up the box for the Fallout. So for Fallout 4, I remember why I bought it. I pre-ordered it because it was coming out right on my birthday, and everyone's like, "You're gonna love Fallout 4. It's so good." And I never liked any of the other Fallout games, but I like the premise of Fallout. So I was like, you know what? Let's try it. Let's go in. It's my birthday. I'm gonna get the collector's edition. I want a Pip-Boy, and the collector's edition is a big green fucking box that has like the nuke written on it. Like it's a little. When you open it up, it's the Pip-Boy like
That's
first,
cool.
and then under that is like your steel case game.
I remember I had the Pip-Boy app for my phone.
Yeah. So the app was for the thing. So
You remember
you put the thing in the thing, and then you had this giant fucking.
You remember the drama around the collector's edition release? So the
Vaguely.
the Pip-Boy came out and they advertised everything that was going to be in the collector's edition. Or was it the 76 collector's edition release? Whichever one it was, it had the Pip-Boy and a collector's bag, and it was supposed to be this really nice.
76.
It was 76.
That was 76.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's supposed to have this really nice canvas bag, and they basically sent it out with this like super thin plasticky crap bag. And they were like, "Yeah, we know we advertised it to have this one thing, but like we ran out of money, so we couldn't do that." And everybody was like, "Ha ha, class action lawsuit."
Yeah, that was.
They got their bag.
and they got their. Just fucking call Crown Royal and like just hey, quick get some.
Yeah, let's get some bags real quick. Don't you can get rid of the crown. We'll just change it to Nuka-Cola. Like
Yeah,
it'll be
it'll
fine.
be
Oh,
fine.
it was the 76 came with the power armor helmet, right? That's what was supposed
Yeah.
to go in the bag.
Mhm.
Yeah. Fuck.
Good times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 was the Pip-Boy. I'll see if I think I have it downstairs. So
Well,
if I can dig
especially-
it up, we'll bring it up on stream.
Especially
Hell
now
yeah.
that we've been to Boston,
Mm.
we can be like, oh, I remember that. If
I
I'm
have
not
not-
mistaken, the town that we stayed in is in Fallout 4.
So I have played Fallout 4 for, if I look up my Steam, it's probably less than 35 minutes. And B, didn't or haven't really played any of the other ones either.
Okay.
So I think I had a few, last time we talked about this, which is probably a couple months ago at this point, I think I went and I have the GOG edition of Fallout New Vegas, and I downloaded like a fuck ton of mods.
What did you start playing? We made you start playing one of them.
Mass Effect.
That was Mass Effect.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know what we need to do? This is the perfect opportunity. I've never played 76.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's
neither.
never played 76. Have you?
No.
Bronson hasn't played 76.
Mm-hmm.
That is a multiplayer game.
Is it?
76,
Bob.
I believe, is multiplayer Fallout.
If you read recent reviews of 76, they say that the game is better and it's playable now, but unfortunately the game was designed
It's a midweek deal currently. 20 to 80% off.
the problem with Fallout
It
76
should
is
be
it
on
was
Game Pass.
designed for other players to like meet random people out in the world,
It's $7.99.
but
It's also on Game Pass.
it's so sparsely populated now that a lot of people that are playing it say it feels insanely empty. So I think we should do it. I think it's a good idea, but I don't know if we're even going to have a good time with it.
I feel like it would be fun to do like the different missions and that kind of shit, just the three of us. Because whatever
can
we
give it a
do
shot.
turns to chaos,
I didn't
Yeah,
realize
that's
it was
true.
It's constituted as an MMO.
Yeah.
i.e. our Baldur's Gate playthrough,
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves, Raft, literally any other game that the three of us play.
Keep bringing it up. Anything else?
And it's got animals that can try to attack me and kill me and me specifically. Can we also point out that the cause of our playthrough of Baldur's Gate went off the rails
It's because you threw a child.
because I threw a child
Yeah.
in the Druid Grove where there are people who turn into animals. Animals hate me.
Well,
Granted, I didn't.
in this scenario, you hated the animals.
Thankfully, I talked to the squirrel in the first part and not you because I think you would have kicked the squirrel.
Oh, I did kick the squirrel. In my own playthrough, I kicked that fucker. I scored a field goal.
I kicked the squirrel the first time and then felt so bad about it, I reloaded the save and unkicked the squirrel.
I did that with a certain character in a very pivotal moment of their backstory.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I felt bad, and I said, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I picked the wrong conversation option and killed one of them.
No, see, I'm like
Feels bad, man.
I'm like the professional golfer. Play it as it lies. Like, just fuck. Yeah, we made a mistake. That's what we're
You can
going
also
with.
do evil playthroughs of games, and I can't because it makes me feel bad.
Yeah, no, I just send it.
But I feel like it's a pretty good jumping off point here for us tonight. A little shorter of an episode, but we had a lot to talk about. A lot of, rehab and recovery from the weekend for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But as always, you can check us out on all the different social medias. You can check it out on our website as well, tabletoptrio.com. If you are a podcast listener, make sure you listen to the Saucetoberfest 2023 edition. That was so much fun. And we recap everything. We go through everything. We experience everything. We talked with Bob from Lone Eagle Brewing as well. And we'll have some pretty fun things coming up down the pipeline as well. So it's going to be a good time for sure.
Love it.
But for one final time, I'm Bob.
I'm Joe.
I'm Bronson.
It's been Tabletop Trio Podcast. Have a great night.